Hello everyone and welcome back to Project NOTOS. Today we are talking about the Panama Canal, one of the greatest engineering achievements of human history. Recently, the canal has been in the spotlight again, especially with the new Trump presidency and his aggressive politics regarding its control and operations. In fact, other US presidents, including Ronald Reagan, had previously expressed concerns about losing control of the canal after its transfer to Panama in 1999. But instead of diving into politics, here we want to focus on the key reasons why the Panama Canal has been a major point of interest throughout history. To truly understand why this canal attracts so much attention, from world leaders to global traders, we need to go back in time and see how it works, how it was built, and why it remains a key player in international commerce. Let's start! The idea of a canal cutting through Central America dates back to the 1500s. When the Spanish explorers arrived, they realized that connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans would save time and money for global trade. But back then, the technology didn't exist to build such a canal. Fast forward to the 19th century, the French, led by Ferdinand de Lesseps, the same engineer who built the Suez Canal, tried to dig through Panama. However, the project was a disaster. Thousands of workers died from diseases like malaria and yellow fever. Plus, the mountainous terrain and heavy rains made construction impossible. In 1889, the French gave up, losing millions of dollars in the process. The United States saw an opportunity. In the early 1900s, the US negotiated with Colombia, which controlled Panama at that time, to build the canal. But when Colombia refused the deal, the US supported a Panamanian revolution, helping Panama gain independence in 1903. Soon after, Panama signed a treaty allowing the US to build and control the canal. The construction of the Panama Canal, completed in 1914, changed world trade forever. It allowed ships to avoid the long and dangerous journey around South America Cape Horn, reducing travel time between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans by thousands of miles. The Panama Canal is an engineering marvel, made necessary due to the multi-level geographical nature of the territory, which prevented the construction of a simple sea-level canal. Instead of being a straight channel from one ocean to another, it uses a system of locks, giant water elevators, to lift and lower ships across the canal. Here is how it works. A ship enters the canal from either the Atlantic or Pacific side. It moves into a series of locks which fill up with water to lift the ship to the level of Gatun Lake, a man-made lake in the middle of the canal. The ship then crosses the lake and reaches another set of locks which lower it back down to sea level. Finally, the ship exits on the other side and continues its journey. This system allows massive ships to pass through safely. In fact, modern Panamax and Neopanamax ships are designed specifically to fit through the canal's locks. The engineering principles behind the canal's operation rely on gravity, water displacement, and hydrostatic pressure. The locks use enormous gates and culverts that channel water between chambers, effectively lifting or lowering ships without the need for pumps. When a ship enters a locked chamber, gravity allows water to flow in from a nearby tank, raising the water level until it matches the next section of the canal. The gates then open, allowing the ship to move forward. This process is reversed when lowering a ship, as water is drained into lower chambers or back into Gatun Lake. Engineers carefully designed the canal to minimize water waste, using a system of cross-connected basins to recycle as much water as possible while maintaining the necessary water levels for operations. For most of the 20th century, the Panama Canal was controlled by the United States. But in 1977, after years of negotiations, President Jimmy Carter signed a treaty agreeing to hand the canal back to Panama. The transition was completed in 1999. Since then, the canal has been managed by the Panama Canal Authority. However, global politics still influence its operations. China has increased its presence in Panama, investing in infrastructure projects, which has raised concerns in the US. Now, with Trump back in office, discussions about American influence over the canal have resurfaced. His administration has expressed concerns about China's involvement and may push for stronger US control over canal operations. How this plays out in the coming years remains to be seen. Climate change is becoming a serious challenge for the Panama Canal. Since the canal relies on fresh water from Gatun Lake to operate its locks, prolonged droughts and changing rainfall patterns are creating water shortages. Less rainfall means lower water levels, which can limit the number of ships that can pass through and increase not only delays but especially costs. To counter this, the Panama Canal Authority has been implementing water conservation measures such as improved tanks management and recycling systems. However, experts warn that rising global temperatures could further disrupt canal operations in the future. If water levels drop too much, larger ships may have to reduce cargo weight or find alternative routes, which could affect global trade. Now let's talk about some interesting facts about the Panama Canal. Since its opening in 1914, over 1 million ships have passed through the canal. Passing through the canal can cost a cruise ship as much as $500,000 or more at current rates. The fastest ship to ever cross the canal did it in just under 3 hours. The canal uses a system of water-saving basins that allow it to recycle up to 60% of the water used in each transit, helping conserve this vital resource. Finally, the area around the canal is home to incredible biodiversity, including jaguars, monkeys, and hundreds of bird species. The Panama Canal is more than just a shortcut for ships. It's a symbol of human ingenuity, determination, and the complex world of global politics. From its troubled beginning to its modern-day role in international trade, it continues to shape the world of economics in ways we often don't realize. What do you think about the canal? Do you believe the US should have more influence on it? Or do you think Panama should continue to control it independently? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Thanks for watching Project NOTOS, and I'll see you in the next one.